right now, this is basically like touching your genitals to each other, but like in a super cute G-rated way. Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, where should I touch her the first time? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I've been waiting to do a video like this for you guys. And I really love giving you guys specifics and concrete examples. So to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear specifically concrete examples on what to do when it comes to us women and getting us wanting you, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Okay, so these actually go from most innocent to most intimate, but there's a caveat to the very last one, because doing this wrong will absolutely get you slapped, and not in the good way. And I go over ways to get us women touching you, and also how to move things forward in ways that make you feel comfortable actually putting your hands on us, because of how obviously into you we truly are in that moment. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot easier and a lot more exciting to touch us when you see that we are just as engaged as you, when we're laughing and having as much as a good time as you are. You're gonna feel okay to do it. And I go over exactly how to get us women responding in kind and reacting in ways that make you feel confident enough to do so in my 5-day training program, which outlines step by step how to get to that point, with day 4 being how to touch and move things forward. I actually don't go over these in that, so once you go through my 5-day training series right here, or in the link in the description, you'll be able to use what you learned today when it comes to finally touching the women you want, because I promise you, once you get us feeling that connected to you and laughing along with you, we're gonna want you to touch us. And if you don't, we're gonna be really mad and sad. Okay, so the first one is elbows. Now, I go over this concept, and I think I've talked about it before. This concept of everyone outside arm's length is like strangers, everybody from arm's length to elbow is like people you're cool with, people you know, and everybody from like elbow to nips is like intimate shit. So touching the elbows is a good starting point to saying, hey girl, we're about to get intimate, just so you know. And it is the farthest point away from the intimate space that shows, hey, I know you, and also I'm gonna be getting to know you a little more with my penis. So like when you and I are sitting there and we're like laughing and shit, and you like grab my elbow. Like, you know, when you like grab somebody and you're like, oh my God! Or when you like both laugh and you grab them by the elbows, you're like, oh my God, that's so cute. I love that shit. Because again, it is a very innocent place. Nobody thinks twice about being touched on the elbow. However, when you touch a woman on the elbow after creating those connections and us laughing together, it's gonna have that much more of an impact, and you will feel that much more comfortable in knowing you got a touch in. Now, the reason number 2 is actually number 2 and not number 1 is going to seem a little counterintuitive based on the explanation I just gave about this intimate space, intimate, personal, whatever. But number 2, and you'll see why this is less innocent and more intimate in a second, is your hand. Now, the reason this is not as innocent as number 1, the elbows, is because we have so many motherfucking nerve endings in our hands and fingers that it's like, to touch that shit, that's like truly intimate. That's why holding hands is seen as truly intimate. That's why, like I said in my one video about how to know she's fucking flirting with you or trying to get you into bed, us women will like read your palm. It is a very romantic gesture. It's in line with your lips, actually, which is why hookers don't kiss. Or at least Julia Roberts didn't until she met Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. So yes, hand holding is a bit far of a reach for the first thing or the first touch to have, but if you're sitting there and the waiter comes and you're like, hey, did you want anything else? Simple touch of the hand just to like get her attention. Super quick, innocent, not like palm to palm interlocking fingers. No, we are just touching the hand. Just letting it be known that, bitch, I'ma touch all the sensitive spots eventually. But we're in public, so I'll start with the hand. And the third one, I've talked about this in maybe 1 or 2 videos before, and this really works. I'm getting like kind of like just thinking about it, but this only works if you're sitting down next to each other, and you'll see why it won't make any fucking sense if you're both standing. Anyway, the third one is knees to knees. I'll tell you right now, this is basically like touching your genitals to each other, but like in a super cute G-rated way. Again, all you gotta do is plant the seed. Plant the seed of me, you, and us together, and we women will water the shit out of it. But only if it's knees to knees. Like if you are sitting down and with one another and you just like lean your knees towards her, or if you're sitting across from each other and you like playfully knock your knee into hers. This is so fun. Like again, I'm not even like thinking about anybody. I'm thinking about like hypothetically like with a dude and like, oh my god, is he flirting with me? But the caveat, like I promised you in the beginning, whatever you do, don't touch her knee with your hand. Ah! I'll tell you right now, this is basically like grabbing a woman by the puss, which no woman wants from a man as the first touch. I don't care who the fuck you are or what anyone says. But again, knees to knees, this is just like, oh my god, I'm like pretty hot just thinking about it. Because what you're doing is you're taking it a step further from how a friend would touch her, from how a family member would touch her, from how a stranger or a coworker would touch her. Very innocent. Again, you're probably both wearing pants. Not right now because the world is on fire. But yeah, you might both be wearing pants, and just touching knees to knees is enough of a gesture to say, hey girl, I like you like that. But again, all of these touches should only happen if, again, you have created connections and gotten us laughing. Because therein lies chemistry. And that's exactly what I teach step by step, how to do, how to execute, and how to get on autopilot in my 5-day attraction training series, which you could check out right here or in the link in the description or the pinned comment. Because you probably already know, trying to touch a woman without her knowing you and liking you enough in these ways, it's gonna feel uncomfortable for you. Just picture doing this to a woman you haven't spoken to yet, or picture doing it to a woman you haven't laughed with yet. You're probably like, I don't know if I should. But again, when you execute in the step-by-step ways I go over in the 5-day training, which you should get on board with right now, if you don't feel comfortable touching women, then you're gonna feel good about it. You're gonna feel confident, and she'll probably be touching you already. So it will kind of defeat the whole purpose of the first touch and the places to do it, because she's already doing it to you. And how nice. All of you guys want us to be doing this shit to you too. Well, this is how to make it happen. So again, check out my 5-day attraction training series right now while you still can. Be mindful of these 3 places the next time you're out and about and having a good time with a woman you like. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you guys next time.